Alright you guys, so before this video starts, I want to try to just look at the screen. Yeah, it's very blurry. Basically, just know that I changed some OBS settings, caused it to be blurry, and this video and the next Danganronpa video are going to be the same quality, so yeah. What's up guys, welcome back to another video. And today, we're going to be playing the game called Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Now, as y'all can see, I already went back on my word on saying that I was going to use my phone as my face cam. I didn't want to worry about running out of storage, so I decided to just set it up right here, and I can just record carefree. I don't have to worry about storage and then restarting and all that. But anyway, so originally I was not going to play this on the channel because apparently the game is like 20 to 30 hours long to beat. So as y'all can see, I'm already on chapter 3. And that rhyme, y'all, I'm such a goat. But yeah, I'm already 3 chapters in, and if I'm not mistaken, there are like 6 or 7 chapters. So like I'm about halfway done with the game. But like honestly, I felt like I had to record this because this game is honestly just so fire. Also, thanks to my friend Donnie Games _. He recommended me this game a couple months ago, and I didn't play it because I saw Berlizzi play it. I didn't see it, but I checked his channel, and he made a series on this, and he had 33 like hour-long videos. And if you really think I can even get close to that amount of videos for one series, you're insane, literally. But yeah, I wasn't gonna play it because I wanted to complete this game, and you know, if I started a series on it, then it would take way longer to complete. So we'll just see how it goes. This is just a test video, just in case I do want to keep recording this. I'm gonna well, not me right now, but like my editing stuff is gonna recap y'all, which is probably gonna take a while. So, excuse me, if I figure out how to use that timestamp stuff, or like I can split it into sections, y'all can skip to the gameplay section if y'all are already familiar with the game. But if not, y'all can just watch the recap. Or if you really want an in-depth freaking gameplay, y'all can just watch Berlizzi play it. I can tell y'all where to stop, or like when he gets to my point, where I'm at right now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, the game starts with this cutscene, which pretty much tells you what we're dealing with. I ain't gonna lie, this cutscene was tough as freak. Then we're introduced to the MC, Makoto Naegi. What? The ultimate ordinary high school student. So Makoto got accepted into this super prestigious school called Hope's Peak Academy. Now this school only accepts ultimate students. Hence why Makoto got accepted. I'm lying. He got there because we run a raffle. Run. Dumbass. But yeah, we arrived pretty early at the school and realized it was empty. And then out of nowhere, we started getting dizzy, and then we passed out. And then we woke up in the classroom. The classroom had a humongous security camera facing us, and windows that were blocked up by some big metal plates. Very suspicious indeed. Then we read a note at our desk that says, "Starting today, this school will be your entire world." But yeah, after seeing that, we decided to leave the classroom and try to find where everyone else was at. And then we end up finding where everyone else was at, which was at the main hall. Then when we walk into the room, we're greeted by a huge vault door with 2 movements attached to it. And the rest of the students. Okay, so we got Sayaka Maizono, Hifumi Yamada, Leon Kuwata, Toko Fukawa, Kiyotaka Ishimaru, Mondo Uwada, Junko Enoshima, Kyoko Kigiri, Chihiro Fujisaki, Aoi Asahina, Celestia Ludenberg, Yasuhiro Hagakure, Byakuya Togami, and Sakura Ogami. So we introduced ourselves and we figured out that we all got dizzy and passed out when we got into the building. So everyone had assumed that we got kidnapped. So we kept on theorizing, but that's when
Testing. Mic check 1, 2. To all incoming students, I would like to begin the entrance ceremony at right now. That's all.
So we head to the gym and find out who's behind all this. Who would have guessed? This is Monokuma, a robot teddy bear, despite what he says right there. He's basically the headmaster of the, school and all this. And yeah, he's also like being remote controlled. So it's actually him, not him. What? But yeah, he basically reveals to us that we're basically trapped here for the rest of our lives. But there is one way to escape, which he calls graduation. But us saint humans call it murder. Basically, in order to escape, you have to kill someone without getting caught. The person who kills is called the Blackened, by the way, in case it gets brought up. And now we enter chapter 1. So chapter 1 basically just starts off where it literally just left off. He gave us this handbook which will identify us and state all the rules of the game or whatever, school. Rule number 1, students may only reside within the school. Leaving campus is an unacceptable use of time. Rule number 2, nighttime is from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Some areas are off limits at night, so exercise caution. Rule number 3, sleeping anywhere other than the dormitory will be seen as sleeping in class and punished accordingly. Rule number 4, with minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion. Rule number 5, violence against the headmaster Monokuma is strictly prohibited, as is destruction of surveillance cameras. Rule number 6, anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes Blackened will graduate, unless they are discovered. Rule number 7, additionally, school regulations may be added as necessary. So basically, after we reviewed all the rules, everyone decided that we were going to all look around the school and try to find an escape or something. But Byakuya was like, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. And basically, and yeah, Mondo didn't like how he said that. And then Byakuya told him to shut up and call him a plankton. Oh! And us, we try to be the peacemaker. And we were like, guys, stop. And then Mondo got mad at us. And then, you son of a... Damn! So after that, we wake up in our room and all the students have their own rooms with their own nameplates and their own bathrooms. I mention the nameplates because that's important. The girls' bathrooms have locks, but the boys' bathroom does not, which is like, why? But the weird thing is that our door does not want to open. So y'all can put 2 and 2 together, right? Oh, hell no! And the boys got what? All the boys got a toolkit and the girls got a like killing kit or whatever. I don't know what they got, bro, to be honest. Yeah, we also got in our room, we got a lint roller and a bed, a camera. But yeah, also at nighttime, the water, there's no water supply in the showers and bathroom, all that. Yeah. So yeah, basically after exploring our room, we walked out and then we bumped into Sayaka. Yeah, after that, she just caught us up on what's been happening. I also forgot to mention that Sayaka and Makoto and me, we're from the same school. So yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, after that, everyone arrived in the dining hall. So it's time for our first class meeting. So yeah, we basically just went over what everyone found and it was literally nothing. No escapes, no connection to the outside world, none of that. They did find that there's a second floor though, but the second floor was locked. And that the rooms had their own keys, which is obvious, but also that the rooms were soundproof.
So no matter how much screaming someone does, they won't be heard.
I also forgot to mention that Kyoko wasn't even at the meeting, but when she did pull up to the meeting, she basically said that we did not get kidnapped and we're actually still at Hope's Peak Academy, but there were some strange renovations to it. So And here's Monokuma saying that our bathroom door is basically just broken and that we are in fact not a girl. He didn't say that, but you know. So they set up some rules that everyone agreed to follow. They didn't have to follow it, but you know, it was to establish trust. Number 1, since at nighttime you can't access the dining hall, nighttime roaming wouldn't be recommended. And 2, at the beginning of every day, people would meet up in the dining hall to talk and check in and see what they found and all that. So yeah, we talked and explore. You know, I was trying to get at Sayaka, you know what I mean? I also tried to learn more about Kyoko, but she didn't give a crap about it. We also tried to figure out who was behind all this. We all suspected it was a killer in the game called Genocide Jack. He's basically just a killer for real. Yeah, that's important later on in the story too, so yeah. So yeah, days passed without people really doing anything, and Monokuma did not like this. So he decided to motivate people to start killing by showing us videos specifically related to us. Makoto's video was of his family, congratulating him for getting into this super prestigious school. And then, complete, utter destruction. We see our house torn up into pieces. Our family, who was just there a second ago, missing, and us naturally being worried for our family. Monokuma knew this and exploited it. So to find out what happened to our family. So yeah, just like that, everyone started freaking out, especially Sayaka. Whatever she saw had her super duper scared. Tried to get her to tell us what happened or what she saw, and she just ran out. So then we followed her and we found her in the classroom just scared, because we all know what we don't know, because I actually cut it out, but her dream was, you know, being a star. Yeah, we ended up comforting her. Yeah, she basically made us promise that we were going to protect her and all that, and yeah, that was a promise. Yeah, with that day ended.
It's standing up! Makoto, it's standing up!
What's standing up?
Do you have to ask? Your friend! Get the hell out of here! Oh, no! I want to join in!
Well, as we were sleeping, Sayaka knocks on our door and says that she got woken up due to somebody trying to break into her door. Not gonna lie, as soon as I heard this, I thought it was Sakura.
What?
But yeah, she asked to swap rooms, and Makoto asked her why don't they both stay in his room so that he can protect her. She declined this idea. Remember this. So we swap rooms for the night and wake up the next day carefree.
Hey, Makoto.
Until we realized Sayaka was late to the morning meeting. So we quickly ran to our room and we found a humongous mess in there. And when we walked into the bathroom, Sayaka dead. So yeah, everyone starts freaking out and stuff. But I do realize the bad thing, right? She died in our room.
Hold up.
So we were obviously a prime suspect, but we can't do anything until the class trial starts. The class trial is basically, you know, where you choose who's guilty, whatever. So yeah, we get called to the gym where he basically explains how to move forward. Basically, once 3 or more people find the body, Monokuma will announce it, and then the investigation period or something will begin. Then we'll investigate and find as much clues as we can. And then comes the class trial. It's basically just a trial to determine who is guilty. If we pick the killer, they get executed, and we survive, and the game continues. If we pick wrong, then everyone but the killer gets executed. Yeah, big stakes. So yeah, after he explained that, Monokuma was just rage baiting everyone as usual. And then, in a fit of rage, Junko attacked Monokuma.
No!
And if y'all remember the 5th rule, it said that violence against the headmaster Monokuma is strictly prohibited. So you can guess what happened to her.
This wasn't supposed to. Why me?
So So yeah, he gives us a book or something that gives us information about the crime or the death. So with that, we start investigating. So we go to our room and we found signs of a struggle. Doorknob was unscrewed and broken. Our lint roller was used and there was no hair left at the scene. Now over here in the bathroom, we see that her wrist has like this little gold marking on it, and that's from the sword, because every time you touch the sword, it like leaves gold on your hand. So yeah, and most importantly, we see lottery number 11037. While we were leaving, we realized that Makoto and Sayaka's nameplate on their doors were swapped. Very suspicious indeed. So Makoto's room had Sayaka's nameplate and her room had mine. I also forgot to mention that we ended up seeing what was on Sayaka's video, or what she saw, and here's what it was.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. Not for Sayaka.
But yeah, Mondo suggests we check out the trash room in case they try to get rid of evidence. But when we get there, there's a big gate, and we find out that it can only be accessed by the people on trash duty. So we later find out where Hifumi and Taka. So we asked Hifumi to open up the trash room, and we found an incinerator. Next to it was a broken crystal ball and 2 big buttons, and a burnt piece of shards with blood on it. Also, the incinerator was on before we got there, so someone definitely used it. Very suspicious. Oh, and the crystal ball belonged to Yasuhiro. Then we went to the dining hall and found that one of the kitchen knives were missing. Yeah, that was basically all the evidence. And not gonna lie, I was convinced it was Sakura. She's the only one that can bust down a door and just kill someone like that. But yeah, I reviewed the evidence, and then yeah, it was obvious who did it. But yeah, after all that, Monokuma announced,
it's time for the long-awaited class trial! Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
So when we got into the trial room, Monokuma explained the rules. Vote correctly and the killer dies. Vote incorrectly and everyone except the killer dies. And before every trial starts, we get to choose some skills that we get from like talking with specific characters. And the only one I had at this point was the one I got from Sayaka, which was I think called Melita's voice or something. Also, Celeste pointed out that there was an empty stand. Wow. Hinting at a secret 16th student. Boy, if you don't. Alright, so boom. We begin and everyone obviously suspects me. They thought that Makoto took the knife from the kitchen when nobody was there. But that's when Hina stepped up and said that she was actually in the dining hall with Sakura and said that she didn't see him there. She said she went to go get a cup of tea, and when she walked into the kitchen, all the knives were there. But when she went back into the kitchen, that's when one of the knives were missing. What? But what she didn't mention was that someone indeed walked into the dining hall, and it was Sayaka. So she was the one who took it. But yeah, Byakuya says that we could have still killed her even if we didn't take it. So he brung up that there was basically no hair at the crime scene. So why would Makoto remove all the hair if the crime was in his room? Basically saying that whoever killed Sakuya, I'm always about to say Sakura. Whoever killed Sayaka wanted to remove any sign of them being there. Also, there's the fact that killer struggled getting into the bathroom. If the killer was Makoto and the crime happened in Makoto's room, then why would he try to, unscrew the doorknob? And why would the doorknob be broken? Remember, the boy's room does not have locks, so he could have just opened it. But because his door was stuck, the killer thought that they were in Sayaka's room, so they had to, unscrew and all that. Yeah. So that basically got everyone off us. So next we talk about how the doorknob was unscrewed. So whoever did it was obviously a boy because girls don't have the toolkit for that. But not only that, we know that the boys' room don't have locks. So this person didn't know that Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms. So Hina questions how the killer got into the room in the first place, because the doors are locked and stuff. So obviously they got let in. But then Kyoko reveals a note left to somebody written by Sayaka saying, why would she say pay attention to the nameplates? Of course, because she switched them herself. Now this was when my heart truly broke. As we talk about it more, we realize that Sayaka was actually the one who tried to kill someone. And her plan was to swap rooms with Makoto, kill them in Makoto's room, and then swap back, swapping the nameplates as well, which is why she didn't want to sleep in the same room. Yo, if y'all seen my reaction to this, bro, I was like, no way. Now we address the numbers. 11037. What could these numbers possibly mean? That's what I was thinking. So I went to the binary code translator thing, and then I put it there. And guess what it says? It says Leon. And bro gets mad defensive. But obviously we can't just, we still technically needed more evidence other than her just saying Leon. So we bring up the trash room. Hifumi said when he last checked the incinerator, it was off. But the next day it was on. So whoever turned on the incinerator did it without getting past the gate. It was Leon. So basically the way he did that was he got the crystal ball from Yasuhiro and he threw it at the buttons to turn it on. And then he threw his shirt in. But it obviously didn't completely burn. So yeah, that's it. The killer was Leon. I should have done a gameplay of this, bro. Oh my goodness. So after that, we vote and everyone votes Leon, obviously. And Monokuma confirms that it was Leon. So, you know what that means, right? We live, the killer does not. I'm gonna just let y'all watch this execution, bro. Alright, so I'm not gonna lie, I've been working on this script like on and off for like a month now. That isn't the main issue. It's really just that I don't want this video to be like 3 hours long. So I'm gonna give y'all the super main plot points of chapter 2, which obviously include who died, who got killed, who killed, etc. Again, I really suggest y'all watch an actual playthrough of the game because it'll just be better. And these recaps are not doing it justice, to be honest. Yeah, spoilers ahead. Here's what happened. This is not in order, by the way. Number 1. Toko is Genocide Jack. Wow. She has bipolar disorder, and I forgot like the circumstances of her personality changing, but yeah, her other personality is the crazy killer. Number 2, Byakuya started moving solo dolo, even though he basically already was, but like this was like official. He like stopped showing up to the daily meetings and all that. Number 3, Monokuma presented a new motivation, and he said that he was gonna reveal everyone's darkest secrets if nothing happened. Number 5, this obviously led to somebody dying, and that someone Chihiro. No! And the person who killed her was Genocide Jack, aka Toko. Psych. It was actually Mondo. For some reason, Byakuya tampered with the crime scene and made it seem like it was Genocide Jack who killed Chihiro. Genocide Jack has a distinct way of killing. So yeah, Mondo's secret was that he got his brother killed, and he hid that fact from, you know, his gang because he couldn't admit that it was his own weakness that killed his brother. So that's why, you know, he had to get someone up out of here. And number 6, Chihiro is actually a dude.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, that was his secret. For the story's events, Chihiro was bullied because he was weak, even though he's a guy. Yeah, since he felt like that, he developed a superiority complex. So he transitioned so that he can't be called weak because he's a girl. So when Monokuma presented the new motivations, he wanted to get stronger so that if the secret was revealed, he wouldn't really care. Or he was already stronger or past that. He's already beat everyone. So that's why, you know, he had to get someone up out of here. And number 7, Chihiro is actually a dude. emotionally develop beyond that. So he told Mondo his secret and asked him to be his workout partner. And Mondo's mind was in shambles, whatever, because he thought that Chihiro was mocking him, and he was jealous of Chihiro. Yeah, that led to him killing him. It was honestly crazy, bro. I should have seen my reaction. I was, and I just felt bad because literally, like, before that, it was like some type of argument, and Chihiro was like sad because of it, and yeah, he was sad. So then, you know, I went to go cheer him up, and yeah, it was just unfortunate. Number 7, Kiyotaka and Mondo became best buddies. They had like some sort of contest in the, I think it's called a sauna, like that one little hot room, super hot room. They did a challenge, and whoever left the sauna first would be like weaker or something. But then like overnight they just became buddies. We still don't know what happened, but so Kiyotaka was obviously devastated when Mondo was revealed to be the killer. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. Oh yeah, the second floor got unlocked. It had a pool, a gym, locker room, library, and classes. So yeah, and here's his execution. But yeah, that's the recap. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Yeah, it's time to go back to the video. Now that y'all are caught up, we can start this game. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Sniff. Hold on. Yeah, like, this game is actually so tough. Oh nah. Yo, there's no way this is where it starts. Okay, so it's gonna be a change of plans. So y'all can already tell the video is mad freaking blurry, or the gameplay is mad blurry, and I was just gonna keep editing it, but like it's literally just too blurry. It really just ruins the experience. Like, just look at this. So I'm just gonna recap the next 2 episodes since not a lot really happened in them anyway. So yeah, that just means this whole video is just a recap. Bruh. And that also means I cut the chapter 2 recap short for no reason, but oh well. So the chapter starts off with Asahina crying in her bed, crying about the unfortunate circumstance that she's in. So she gets up out of bed and goes out for donuts. But as she was leaving, she heard a strange noise coming from the bathhouse. So she went to go investigate it, and what she found was a ghost. So the next day, she skips out on the dining hall meeting and told Sakura to tell us that her stomach was hurting. And Hifumi asked what happens now since they still haven't found any way out or anything. And Celeste was basically just telling us to accept our situation that will never get out. Yasuhiro tried to keep everyone in high spirits by leading the charge to the 3rd floor. What? Since after a class trial, a new floor opens up. So we all agreed, and then there's one on the 1st floor, right? I remember, but it's locked.
Yeah.
Actually, not anymore. On the 3rd floor, we found a recreation room, which had a bunch of games and stuff. We found an art room with a bunch of sculptures and stuff. And it also had another room. And in this room, we found a picture of Mondo, Leon, and Chihiro. But yeah, when he found that picture, Monokuma showed up to take it back. And he obviously gave 0 details about it. But yeah, we found the physics lab, and What is this big machine you're asking? It's an air purifier. But yeah, when we got back to the dining hall, we found Hina in there. And she said that she felt better after eating donuts, even though she had a stomachache. So she's obviously lying. But yeah, the camera we found earlier actually belonged to Hifumi. And then Celeste asked to keep it, so we gave it. And then we told him about the picture we saw. The three of them were laughing. So the three of them together laughing? When could they have been taken? And there's more. In the picture, there weren't any metal sheets covering the windows. Maybe the mastermind actually not killing them. And they were throwing out all kinds of theories and stuff. But we faced a brutal reality check. They were all dead. We saw with our very two eyes. Don't. Oh my. Then Celeste got Hina to tell us what was really going on with her. And Hina came clean and said that she saw a ghost in the bathhouse. So we went to go check, and in the lockers we found a laptop. Not just any laptop. The laptop that we saw in the library in chapter 2 that I did not show because I cut it short. But yeah, we got it to turn on, and it turns out Chihiro had a very advanced AI of himself called Alter Ego. And he had the AI decrypt all the files on the laptop in secret. I also forgot to mention that in the bathhouse there are no cameras. But yeah, realizing that this could be the way out, Kyoko told the AI to scream if anything happened, and that she was gonna leave her door open at night in case anything happened. So yeah, after all that, Monokuma calls everyone down to the gym and reveals that whoever can graduate earns $10 million. So now we play the waiting game. The next day, we go to the dining hall and everything is fine. But Kyoko introduces a new rule. Using alter ego without permission is prohibited. She was specifically calling out Hifumi because bro fell in love with the AI.
Oh my god.
Then later, Taka walked into our room and asked if he can really talk to Chihiro. So we instantly broke the rule and we took Taka to the laptop. And alter ego and Taka chatted for a bit. And it knew that Taka and Mondo were close. So he replicated Mondo. And this sparked a new beginning for Kiyotaka. Taka? Who the fudge is Taka? And he transforms into Gohan Blanco. The next day there was another conflict because this dude Hifumi went to alter ego again. This time doing some actual weird stuff. And then Taka walked in and tried to claim ownership of the laptop, saying that is my bro, whatever. And I'm not gonna let anyone else have him ever again. Fudging idiots. I'm afraid I can't allow that. What? I can't withdraw. Mr. Ishimaru, since I have this opportunity, let me say this right now. Destiny has bound me and her together on the Gordian knot of... So Sakura had to put some fear in both of them. And yeah, that was pretty much everything that happened in the last 2 episodes. Really future 2 because these videos aren't out yet. But yeah, obviously I didn't want it to be just a recap video, but the gameplay is just way too blurry. So I had to, you know, get to where it gets unblurry. I mean, honestly, there wouldn't be any difference. It'd probably be better if I did a recap because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, my reactions are still pretty trash. You know, I still have fun playing it. I literally play these like back to back, and then I haven't played since because these videos are really taking up my storage. So at least it's not like 2 hours long because I don't even think I would have enough storage to export it. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed. The next video or the next Danganronpa video is gonna be at least better quality than this. So yeah, hopefully it's entertaining. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. If y'all enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe and check my other videos out. Follow all my social media accounts, and I'll see y'all in the next video.